Well, hey guys, welcome back to BOSKY Outdoors. I started doing this video outside. Sun was out, and then within minutes, literally a few minutes, clouds came in, started snowing like crazy. We got like 30-mile-an-hour gust winds out there, so I'm in my garage. I couldn't do it anymore. I did some filming a little bit, but anyway, we're inside right now. Yesterday I was out here cleaning the garage. I came across a hatchet and got a little closer look at it, and it's a Scout hatchet. And up here it says plum, and then down here it's got the Scout badge, and it says be prepared on there. Okay, so what I want to do with it is try to refurbish it a little bit, take some of this white paint off, and that I don't want to replace the handle because it's the original handle, which I can just barely make out the X and the E. At one time it said official Scout axe right on the handle, and it's just a cool little thing. And I just want to get some of the rust off of there, and that I want to take the handle out because it's held together with a screw, a couple of wedges, and there's a big nail on the end of it here too, trying to keep it on there. But it is a little wobbly here and there. And you can see that it moves pretty good. So I'm going to try to take that off, and I want to reuse the handle. It's got a little crack in it right here, but it's not all the way through. I don't think I could even fill it with glue and clamp it and it would stay. I don't think it would. I might put some glue in there just to fill it in, and hopefully it'll hold it. So first thing I want to do is take the axe head off and maybe soak the axe head in some vinegar. I watched a few videos and that, and vinegar seemed to do the best thing, and it won't pit it, you know, like an acid would. So I just want to try to get some of the rust off of there, and then I'll work on getting the edge in there. But that's going to take a few hours, so I'm going to work on taking that off right now. Wow, that is really, he put a lot of stuff in there to try to hold that thing in there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save the handle. Let's see what I can do. I've never done anything like this before. Almost feel like putting all that stuff back in there and just leaving it. But I've never seen anything like this. I mean, maybe that's what it was for originally, but that is really weird. Hoping to be able to knock the handle off, cut a slit in it, and if I can add a little to it or something, maybe, but cut a slit in it so I can put a big wooden wedge in there and glue that in there. Now let's try to get the handle off the head now. Just try to work it in with my fingers. Take a wet rag, wipe off the excess glue. So I don't need all that sawdust and that sticking to it. Alright, well, I was going to try this wood putty, but I started to put it in there, and it dawned on me I better look at it, and it says non-hardening, will not harden to a sandable surface. That does me no good. Why do they make that stuff? Okay, with such a big hole there, I don't want to just fill it up with wood glue, because I don't think it'll dry all the way down. It might dry on the top, but it won't cure all the way down. So what I'm thinking of doing is filling it full of this little wooden dowel. Just put pieces all inside there, fill it full of glue and put pieces all inside there, and let that dry with the dowel and the glue. And then on the side piece here where there's a big chunk taken out on the front here, I got this little thin piece of wood, and I'm just thinking of gluing that right on there like that, clamp it on there, let that dry, cut it off, and then I can sand that down, carve it down with the knife, and get it to be a good fit. So we'll give that a try. I want to try to hold that on there tight, but it's such an odd little angle I can't use the clamps, so I'm going to try some masking tape. Yeah, that should hold it pretty good till it dries. Now the waiting process. I wait for the glue to totally cure all the way through. Probably give that a good 24 hours. And the head, the video I watched, they did it in 4 hours. It came off pretty good. But since I have so much time to wait for this here, I'm going to give that a little more than 4 hours. And I know this looks a little hokey probably. It's probably definitely not the way other people would do it, but I'm just trying to do it with things that I have laying around the house. I'm sure there's some sort of epoxy or resin or something I could have poured in there, but I'm not going to go out and spend that money on that kind of stuff on something that might not work out. So anyway, stick around, see if this works. Well, it's been about 4 hours. Let's see what this looks like. Well, it looks like some rust coming off just with my fingers. So let's see what a soft bristle brush does to it. I'm going to try this steel brush. Just lightly go over it. Take the stubborn pieces off. Feels pretty smooth now. I don't feel any bumps in it or anything. It's just a nice smooth arch. So now I can work on putting an edge back on it. I think that's pretty sharp. Sharp enough. I'm not the greatest at sharpening knives, but heck of a lot better than what it was. And besides, I don't have a sheath for it, so I don't want to go too crazy on getting it razor sharp. I think this will definitely do it right there. I don't feel any burrs, no nothing. Nice and sharp. All right, I'm going to put a little oil on it. Well, like I said, I'm trying to do this with things I have laying around the house. And this Remington oil, if it's good enough for my guns, it's good enough for this. Okay, well, it's been about 48 hours. I checked on it yesterday after almost 24 hours, and I started to peel the tape off, and I could see underneath the tape and some of the thick spots where the glue was, it was still wet. So I figured I better take all the tape off and let it dry, because it dries by oxidation. So after another day, it seems pretty dry all the way through. Hopefully it is all the way down in there. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to work with it. I'm going to use this disc sander here, try to shape it a little bit, and try to get a fit for it. All right, that's looking pretty good. I put all those little dowels in the end there and filled it up pretty good. Hopefully the glue's all the way dried. It should be after 48 hours. And the head looks like it should fit on there a lot snugger than it was before. Might take a little finagling to get it down there, but I don't want to trim off any more than I need to. So yeah, this is going to work good. Now I just got to put the slit in the top, allow for the wedge, and once it's on there, I can do a little trimming on the top, neaten that up a little bit. So right now I'm going to cut that slit on the top with a handsaw. Oh, I actually cut it straight. I left it to cut a little over a ½ inch from the bottom of the axe head. That way it's got some solid inside the head. So Now I gotta make a wedge. Yeah, I made that mark on there. That way I know when I pound this in when to stop pounding so it doesn't keep crushing it or split it. Keep splitting the wood down there. So hopefully I can get it even close to that line. Okay, well now that the glue is dried, seems pretty sturdy. I'm going to cut this off and clean it up a little bit on the grinding wheel here. Well, I think it turned out pretty good. The head seems really solid on there. Looks beautiful. I mean, I didn't take away all the patina in that. And it's just, still looks like that classic old Scout hatchet. I love it. It's gonna be great to use, you know. But I gotta try it out first. That's gonna work great. Well, I hope you enjoyed this segment on restoring this old classic Scout hatchet. This is going to be great to use at the bushcraft camp. I do have to get a sheath for it though, so I might try to make one or something like that for it. But otherwise, I'm very happy with it. This is going to be great. Thanks for watching this episode. Click like if you liked it, subscribe, share it with your friends, and hit that notification bell. That way you get notification every time I put out a video. All right, you guys take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you on the trail next time. All right, bye-bye. This is awesome.